key is that if you love music and you have an idea, you have to act on it. I broke into the business. I went to a concert at the Village Vanguard, Chick Corea, and returned forever. And at the end of the show, I started talking to Chick, and we just started up a conversation that went on over time. I became friends with the band, and I said to myself, I want to be a journalist. I want to write about music because I love it and I enjoy writing. So I knew this bass player from the band, Stanley Clark, and I sent off a variety of postcards to different magazines saying, if I wrote a piece on Stanley Clark, would you consider it for publication? And I had a self-addressed stamped postcard on me with it, and it just said yes or no. And the people who said yes, I sent off my article. Now, the first article that I wrote, the Stanley Clark piece, was a cover story for a jazz magazine. So I started off on top for what I was doing. But the key was that I wanted to do something, and I just went ahead and did it. I didn't overthink it. I didn't think, well, this is not going to happen. Someone's not going to let me in the door. Another example is I wanted to do an interview with a fine jazz saxophone player named Wayne Shorter. I found out he was staying at the Warwick Hotel in New York. I called up the Warwick Hotel. I asked for Wayne Shorter. He got on the line. I said, can I come down and do an interview? And he said yes. So my point to you is this. If there's something that you want to do, don't think about what is going to stop you. Don't think about the obstacles. Just go ahead and do it. Oddly enough, I found over the years that I could get through to all kinds of people I didn't think would pick up the phone. They may not take the second phone call, but it's very possible that you'll get through and find somebody that you're looking for, that you want to talk about, that you can help them. And if you can help them, they're going to help you. So I would say to you, if you love music and you want to be in this business, you got to go and you got to make it happen yourself. Once again, don't think about the obstacles. Don't think, well, I can't do this. I'll give you an example. I would say to you, make friends with the person who answers the phone, because she or he are the gatekeepers. So there's all kinds of ways that people can help you and that you can help them. Make yourself available, be smart, be a pleasant squeaky wheel, but go and do what you'd like to do and go for it. Don't wait. Don't overthink it. Just start moving. And, if you keep swimming, eventually you will reach the other side. In one little sense, I was a guitar geek. So I was the founding editor-in-chief of Guitar for the Practicing Musician magazine. And the idea there was, if you want to read about a guitarist, you want to play the music. And so we were the first magazine to put in guitar notation and guitar tablature. And when we did the guitar tab, we made sure we did it correctly, flawlessly. And if Sultans of Swing was 21 pages, I put in 21 pages. It wasn't an approximation. It wasn't watered down. It was the whole thing. And at the time we were doing this, we were able to license all the great songs in the world for about $50 each, because sheet music at the time was all piano vocal. And in fact, we took Van Halen away from Warner Brothers, because at the time, the best-selling sheet music at Warner Brothers was Van Halen's 1984 piano book. They didn't even do guitar books at the time. So we sort of pioneered the idea of having guitar music for guitarists with tablature. I think in every era, everybody thinks it was better before. There were more opportunities before. There are just as many opportunities now as there ever were, perhaps even more. It's different. It's very possible that the whole world will not focus on one band the way they did in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Maybe the last band to get that might have been U2 or something. So now everything is stratified. Everybody has a niche. But if you want to play music and if you want to work in the business in some way, you find that niche that you love and you dig in and you do it because you love it, and you're already doing it because you love it. That's why you want to do it. And the money will follow. But there are just as many opportunities And there's always somebody who breaks big. Music industry is over, but then Adele happens, right? So everybody thinks that it was better at an earlier time, but really the opportunities are there if you love music. And then what you do is you super service your fans. You get them involved in everything you do. And that is how your fan base will grow. And those people will take care of you. I don't know that they're going to make you as rich as the Beatles, but you can have a life playing music with a fan base in a tri-state area for sure. I know there's a guy named Monty Montgomery. He's a wonderful singer-songwriter and guitarist out of Texas. And he's a monster in Texas. And he's not a monster in New York. But he has a wonderful musical life, within a variety of zip codes nearby. There's no reason you can't have that too.